He reads the books, he shows up, he does the bedtime, the bath time, the weekend mornings so she can sleep in. He tries to stay regulated when everything falls apart. And his daughter still reaches for her mum first, every single time. And he doesn't say anything about it. Because what would he even say? There are 3 things I want to answer in this video. Why this happens, the actual psychology behind why even the most present, engaged father can feel invisible in his child's emotional world. What the research says about how attachment forms with fathers specifically and why it's different. And what actually changes it. Not the effort, not the presence, not the reading of more books. The specific thing that shifts the dynamic and why most dads never hear about it. Stay with me. Because if you recognise any of this, in yourself or in someone you love, what comes next will matter. Let's start with what's actually happening when a toddler reaches for mum first. It is not rejection. It is not a verdict on his parenting. It is the predictable, neurologically explained output of something called primary attachment. And understanding it is the first thing that has to happen before anything else makes sense. Attachment theory, developed by John Bowlby in the 1960s and expanded by decades of subsequent research, describes the way children form deep biological bonds with specific caregivers. These bonds are not based on love alone. They are based on something more specific: proximity, consistency, and co-regulation over time. The primary attachment figure is the person the child's nervous system has calibrated to most deeply, the one whose presence signals safety at a biological level, the one the child reaches for when they are sick, scared, hurt, or overwhelmed. In most families, that person is the mother. Not because fathers are less loving, not because fathers are less present, because in most families, even families where both parents are deeply involved, the mother has historically provided more of the specific interactions that build primary attachment. More nighttime waking, more illness care, more of the moments when the child is at their most vulnerable and their nervous system is learning who shows up. This is not a judgment, it is a pattern, and patterns can shift. Now this is where it gets uncomfortable, because here is what the research actually shows. And it is the thing most parenting content refuses to say clearly. Presence is not the same as proximity regulation. A father can be in the room, can be attentive, loving, engaged, present in every meaningful sense, and still not be the person the child's nervous system reaches for in a moment of distress. Because what builds primary attachment is not presence during the good moments. It is presence during the hard ones. A 2020 meta-analysis published in Attachment and Human Development reviewed 125 studies on father-child attachment across 15 countries. The finding that stopped researchers was this: paternal sensitivity during distress was the single strongest predictor of secure father-child attachment. Not playtime, not reading, not weekends or school pickups. Distress response. The child who is overwhelmed, sick, scared, or falling apart, and reaches for dad, and finds him there, regulated and present, that child builds a different neurological bond with their father than the child who reaches for mum in those moments out of habit or history. In other words, The route to becoming the person they reach for runs directly through the moments most fathers are conditioned to hand off. Picture this. It's 2 a.m. She's crying. He hears it first. He's already half awake. And his instinct, the conditioned instinct of 1,000 previous 2 a.m.s, is to nudge his partner, or to get up, check on her, and then call for mum when the crying doesn't stop quickly. That handoff, that small, habitual, completely understandable handoff, is costing him something he cannot see. Because the 2 a.m. moment is precisely the moment that builds primary attachment. The child at their most dysregulated, in the dark, reaching for safety, and finding a specific face, a specific pair of arms, a specific nervous system to borrow. That moment, repeated across months and years, is what writes the neurological shorthand of who is safe. He has been present for the playtime, for the baths, for the books and the weekend mornings and the school pickups, and he has handed off, reliably and with good intentions, for the 2 a.m.s. And his child's nervous system has been taking notes the entire time. This is not about blame. It is not about mothers doing anything wrong. It is not a zero-sum game where gaining attachment with dad means losing it with mum. Secure attachment is not a pie. A child can have multiple primary attachment figures, and the research is clear that children with 2 secure attachment relationships have measurably better emotional outcomes than children with 1. The question is not, how does he compete with mum? The question is, how does he build his own attachment lane, distinct, secure, and specifically his? And the answer is both simpler and harder than he expects. He has to be the one who stays in the hard moments, not the one who gets mum, not the one who says you're okay and moves on, the one who gets low and stays present and holds the dysregulation without fixing it or handing it off, the one whose nervous system becomes, over time, a place his child's nervous system learns to borrow from. This is co-regulation, and it is the specific mechanism through which attachment is built, not through love, which he already has, but through repeated, embodied, regulated presence in moments of distress. So here is the one thing to carry from this. If you are a father who shows up, who is present, who tries, who reads the books and does the work, and your child still reaches for someone else first, you are not failing. You are just not yet the person they reach for in the dark. And that can change. Not through more presence in the easy moments, through different presence in the hard ones. The next time she cries at 2 a.m, go. Stay. Don't hand off. Bring your regulated nervous system into that room and let it be the thing she borrows. It will feel inadequate at first. She may still call for mum. She may push you away. Stay anyway. The next time she falls apart in the living room, get low, get close, stay present. Don't fix it. Don't call for backup. Be the container. Not once, not twice, 100 times, 200. The way attachment is built, through the slow accumulation of you being the one who was there in the hard moment and didn't leave. The daycare teacher gets the easy version. The grandparents get the performance. The babysitter gets compliance. You are trying to get something else entirely. The reach in the dark. The arms she chooses when everything falls apart. That is not built in a weekend. It is built in 1,000 2 a.m.s, and it starts tonight.